Hey, David. I just wanted to make sure you remembered to set aside time for our date this weekend.
We were supposed to have a date night this weekend? Thought we agreed we didn't have time for date night a few months ago.
Yeah, but it's our anniversary on Friday. We're supposed to go away for a weekend getaway to celebrate, remember?
Oh, right. Yes, I knew that. I'm sorry. I won't be able to this weekend, though. Work is really busy, so I can't get away. What if we plan to do it again in a few weeks?
3 weeks ago, you said you would make sure that we're able to go. I've already paid for everything, and they don't have any refunds.
Well, you should have reminded me. It's not my fault that I'm busy.
I texted you several times and sent you all of the details over email.
You should have talked to me about it. I don't even know where we're going.
We're going to the beach, like you requested?
Oh, I don't remember that. You should have reminded me.
I have been. You haven't been responding to my texts lately.
I've been busy bringing home the bacon.
Will it be possible to get time off for this weekend?
I don't think so. We can celebrate our 5th anniversary in a few weeks. It's not like we have to celebrate it right away.
Okay, I'm gonna see if Melanie wants to go.
What? You can't take someone else on our romantic getaway.
I would love for you to come, but you won't even ask about taking the time off.
It's not my fault. I would love to go and be lazy on the beach. Think about how I'm gonna feel while you're on the beach. It's just wrong for you to do that, Sydney.
Sorry, but I don't feel too bad. I've repeatedly tried to remind you.
You text me too often. If you want me to respond, you need to be less prolific. Seriously, it's almost like you have found a way to digitally nag me.
You just said that I should have told you. The only texts I sent were about the trip and to make sure you were okay. I wasn't telling you to do anything. Heck, I wasn't even asking you to do anything. If you're gonna try to use that against me, I'm gonna leave a bit early.
What are you talking about?
We're supposed to leave tomorrow. Since I have tomorrow off, I'm just gonna head out. Dinner will be in the fridge. Good luck with work.
I can't believe you're just gonna leave me to work while you're off on vacation.
You were supposed to come with me, since this was supposed to be our weekend to celebrate our anniversary.
This isn't my fault, and you don't have to leave. Just set something up for a few weeks from now, then we can both go. It's really not that hard.
Let me know when you get time off, then I'll start planning the trip. Until then, I don't see much point in taking the time to plan only to have you cancel.
I am not canceling. You can't expect me to ignore work just because you want to act all lovey-dovey.
That's fine. You want to choose work? Go ahead. When you get time off, I'll plan our trip.
You need to cancel.
I paid for the whole trip and I won't get any money back, so no, I won't cancel. I can have a great time on my own if none of my friends are available.
I can't believe you're being so selfish. What am I supposed to eat over the weekend?
That will be something you need to figure out.
Fine. I'll just go to the bar every night.
If that's what you want to do, I'm not gonna say no. Just make sure you don't drive if you drink too much.
Really? You're gonna mother me now? Actually, I think that's what I'll do. I'll invite my mother over while you're gone.
That's fine. I mean, you're an adult and you should be able to make your own meals, but if you want your mother around, that's fine. Just make sure she doesn't go changing the decor.
Stop nagging me. I need to get back to work. You do whatever you want.
Well, thanks for recognizing that I have a choice. Good luck and see you next week. What did you do to the house?
My mother and I didn't like the way it was decorated, so we changed it.
This is my house too? You can't just go changing things.
It's my house. Remember? I picked it out. You just helped pay for it.
I think you mean that I've been paying for it ever since you made the down payment?
Yeah, you've helped.
No, that's paying for most of it. You literally only made the down payment after we married.
That was a lot of money. I paid over 15% of the full cost of the house and all of the fees.
Right, and I've paid 75% over the last 5 years. That's not just helping, David.
You wouldn't have had anything to pay for if I hadn't made the substantial down payment.
You're right, because I had already bought my house. I wouldn't have been paying for a new mortgage.
Yeah. You went away. Since I was stuck here, I got to do something fun.
So you chose all the frilly curtains and flowery decorations?
No, that was all Mom. She has such great taste. After living in a place decorated by you, it's great to have some color. Felt like living in a jail cell.
You picked out most of that stuff, and I said that it was drab.
Of course the poor decorations were my fault, because you couldn't possibly do anything wrong.
You see? This is why we were supposed to go away together. All we do now is argue.
And I suppose you're gonna say that's my fault too?
Both of us have done this. We need to spend time together to reconnect.
I think you need to stop acting like you know everything and admit that you don't work hard enough on our relationship. After all, you were the one who left for our anniversary weekend.
You were the one to ignore all of my texts and emails, and you didn't bother getting the time off. I really don't know how much more I could have done. It's like you don't even care.
See? I knew it. You were gonna turn it around and make it sound like I'm a horrible husband.
Ugh, I need to get to work.
Make sure you have dinner ready by 4. My mom is gonna be staying for a while.
What? You know that we don't get along. You promised me that she wouldn't stay here without talking to me first.
Well, you went away for the weekend. She was the one who was there for me. She's always the one who's there for me.
I've been trying. You just don't seem to care. Who forgets their anniversary after having multiple long discussions about taking a trip?
Someone who spends most of their time working. No matter how hard I try, you just don't appreciate the amount of work I do to make sure we have a roof over our heads and food in our bellies.
You work because you want to. I make more than enough money to cover everything.
So you want me to feel horrible, huh? Rubbing it in that you're the breadwinner?
I'm not trying to rub it in, but you keep saying you have to work. That's not true. I really want our marriage to work, so please, start making it more of a priority.
My boss just came in and told me that they need me to take a series of trips over the next few months.
What?
Since I know you're gonna just nag me, this is perfect. Maybe you'll even learn to appreciate me if you don't have me around to nag.
Maybe you're right. Let me know if you want me to help you get ready for the trip.
My mom can help me pack.
When are you supposed to leave?
This weekend.
Make sure that your mother doesn't stick around after you leave.
Why? She can stay in my home for as long as she wants.
Why would she want to be here without you?
She has more plans for the house.
Well, she can come back when you're home and rework your study.
I told her to go nuts. I'm not gonna tell her she has to stop now.
If you don't tell her that she needs to leave, I'll invite my brother to stay until you return.
You can't do that. It's my house.
It's our house, David.
Fine. If you don't want my mother there, I'll send her back home for now. But you need to pay for the return trip.
You said you bought a one-way ticket. Why should I pay for the ticket back?
Because you're the one who wants her to leave, so you should pay for the ticket.
But you were gonna have to pay for... You know what? Fine. I'll take care of getting the ticket.
No, I'll get the ticket. You can wire me the money.
Fine. I need to go. I've got a conference call.
Of course. Whenever I need something from you, it's not a good time.
Have a good day, David. I'll see you at home. Byron, are you at work?
Hey sis, yes. Actually, I'm in a meeting, so I can't talk, but if you want to distract me with text, I'm all for it.
I found something that has me really concerned, and I need your advice.
Coming to your incredibly intelligent brother for advice? Sounds like you're making good decisions these days.
I dare say that you're right about that.
Oh, you're finally starting to see reason. Huh, that's a move in the right direction.
I'm being serious. I finally convinced Martha to leave yesterday.
How did David react to you kicking her out of the house?
I didn't kick her out. Well, not exactly. David had to go on a trip for work, so I insisted that she leave when he did. Of course, she tried to stick around saying that it's her house.
Her house? That house belongs to you and David.
That's what I thought, but I was cleaning up the place since neither of them did while I was gone.
Where did you go?
David decided he couldn't make our anniversary trip.
Ouch. You're a better woman than most I know. If I did that to my wife, she would have my butt.
What husband would reject a trip tailored to what he wanted, planned and paid for by his wife?
Someone who's off his rocker?
Thanks, I needed that.
So what's up?
I found the deed to the house, and he did not put my name on it.
He didn't put your name on the house that you've been paying for?
It gets worse. His mother's name is on the deed. So if anything happens to him, she'll be able to kick me out, right?
What about his will?
Hold on. That son of a... He's leaving everything to his parents and siblings. I'm not gonna get anything.
Man. Whew. That guy really knows how to play people.
Glad he's impressed you. Oh, is there anything I can do?
Not legally. Why didn't you sign the papers too?
Because he did it as a surprise to me. When I told him that I needed to be on the paperwork, he said he'd take care of it.
And in 5 years you didn't bother to check?
If your wife tells you that she's gonna handle something, do you check behind her?
I see your point.
I did remind him about it for the first couple of months, but he said he took care of it.
How do you pay for the house?
I get regular emails about it. Oh, and a reminder in the mail.
Oh, well, there is something you can do. It's shady but not illegal.
Shady and not illegal? That sounds like the way he got me in this situation.
That's true. But before I let you know what you could do, your name is actually on anything?
No.
So you aren't financially tied to the house?
Nope. My name isn't on the mortgage or anything. I just handle all of that.
Okay, good. Oh, the meeting's wrapping up. I'll email you the details.
Sounds good. And thank you, Byron.
After you helped me through school, forcing me to take things seriously, I owe ya.
It's what older sisters do.
What the hell, Sydney?
Oh, it's great to see that you're responding to me now. So just to let you know, the divorce papers are signed and submitted. Congratulations.
I'm glad I'm not married to you anymore, you monster.
Me, a monster? What could you mean?
They foreclosed on my house. You know that it's always been my family's dream to have their own house, and now I'm losing that house, and my credit is ruined.
Yeah, that does seem to suck for you. But hey, at least you didn't lose nearly $500,000 on paying for the house.
You were my wife, so it made sense that you would pay for the place where we lived.
I was your wife, so my name should have been on the deed.
You grew up in a house. When your parents died, you got a lot of money. I never got all of that. The least you could have done as my wife was to help me get a house for my family.
I've never owned my own house, and I lost my parents, David. I would much rather have had my parents back instead of the money.
Oh, wow. You made me lose my house. It took me years to save up for the down payment.
Well, it's gonna be up for auction soon. You can always try to get it back that way.
I don't have enough money to do that.
What have you been doing with your money while we were married? Wait, you know what? I don't care. I paid for everything for 5 years. If you didn't bother to save, that's on you.
I shouldn't have had to save. Once you finished paying off my house, I wouldn't have had much to pay for.
The bills for the house were over $1,000 a month. And food was almost that much since you kept having people over to visit.
What? That's ridiculous.
Then there's the property taxes and a few other things. Yeah, you would have needed more like $3,500 a month. Unless you were willing to change your lifestyle.
It doesn't matter now because you made me lose my house. My mother put so much time into making it look amazing. Now all of that money is lost.
You're supposed to remove all of your stuff.
Well, I didn't know who they were when they came and forced us to move. Now Mom and I aren't allowed back on the property.
Wow, you probably shouldn't have done that.
Well, you shouldn't have made me lose my house.
Oh, are we playing that game? Okay, you shouldn't have lied to me and not put my name on the deed.
Well, you were a horrible wife.
You scammed me. Let your mother bully me and lied to me for years, but sure, I was the problem.
I did a lot of the cooking and cleaning. You were never appreciative of that.
Keep telling yourself that.
See? You never appreciated what I did for us.
You held up your end of the chores. When I worked late, you took care of the cooking and the cleaning.
I also took care of all that on the weekends, and before my company came to visit.
Of course you took care of that for your guests.
My friends all said that I was so whipped because you didn't take care of us when they visited. Just wait until they learn how much worse you actually are.
I have no problem with you telling them whatever you want, while you're crashing on their couches.
I can't believe you would do this to me and my family. You're the worst.
Oh, sweetie, it's not over yet.
What's that supposed to mean? What more can you do to me? Were you at my house today?
Oh, hi, David. Are you stalking me?
I know that someone bought the house at auction. I was gonna tell the new owner about what happened, but you were there.
Ah, you were gonna try to give the new house owner a sob story, huh? Well, don't worry. I'm already familiar with the history of the house.
Did you already talk to the new owner or something?
I am the new owner. Considering I already paid nearly the whole thing off, I made sure that I actually benefited from it.
I can't believe you did that! It's illegal!
Not any more than what you did. I just found a way to get my name on the house. Funny, since you left everything for me to take care of, making it easy to make sure that I was able to budget to take it.
How did you manage to screw me out of everything like this?
Simple. Since my name was on the bills, I simply updated the account to remove your email address. Then I had all of the mail sent to a P.O. box so you wouldn't see anything. When the notices started to come in that no payments were made, I just ignored the notices. Then I started the divorce. With the money I saved on not paying for that last year, I was able to buy my house outright. Ta-da!
You owe me! That house is mine! I'm gonna sue you!
Good luck with that. You tried to screw me out of my inheritance and get a house out of it. Instead, you ended up helping me get my first house. Thank you, David.
I won't let this stand. You won't get away with this.
And since I have so many bad memories at this house, I'll be putting it up for sale. After I make all of the improvements I wanted to make, but you refused to do.
I won't let you. You can't change my house.
Treat your next partner better, and maybe things will work out better for you. Good luck, David.
This isn't over, Sydney. I will get my house back.
True to his word, David made sure that wasn't the end of things. He came to the house with our old house key and tried to get inside. When that didn't work, he broke one of the windows and ran off. Of course, I had changed the locks and installed a doorbell camera. Everything he did was on record. He was arrested, but it was a pretty minor offense, so not much came of it. David was never the fastest learner though, so of course he came back while on probation. This time he came with his father and brother. Those idiots wore all black, thinking that it wasn't obvious who they were. They even used their names when talking as they broke into my house. Since I had security cameras installed and those cameras have audio recording, everything they said was filmed. They managed to do substantial damage to some of the renovations I was doing. As I didn't want to live in that house again, there was no one home, which I'm grateful for since they had brought zip ties and other things, planning to do something to me. When they didn't find me, they did some damage to other parts of the house. When they were arrested this time, it was considered a lot more serious, especially since they had talked about what they wanted to do to me when they got me. They wound up turning on each other, but that didn't save any of them. They were all serving different sentences, with David getting 3 years. When Martha came to the house to try to scare me not to press charges, I caught her on camera trying to hit me with her cane. Of course, she wound up getting her own sentence. I currently have several interested buyers, even after warning them about my former in-laws. Apparently, the amount of news coverage it got made people more interested, especially since I installed top-of-the-line security that was being sold with the house. Now I stand to make a pretty tidy profit from it, with the current bid being $1.1 million. With that, I can have the perfect house for me and my new puppies.